You live, baby. I put you on the spot. Let's go. Let's go. I got Ryan going here. A little cold start for them.
Oh
Let's get
man.
it going. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I got boy Ryan. You heard him there. We ready? We ready to go? Hell yeah, we ready. Let's go.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas law, that phrase.
Kiana.
Fisher.
Joy.
Joe. Cards drawn are the past, ones to come are future.
And the best part, it's beatable.
Good morning, traders. Let's bring in my man. Oh, look, he's in the dark.
What's up?
In the dark.
Mitch, I just gotta say that trap you just played on me, that trap that you sprung was choice, A class, and a hell of a way to start off a Monday.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. It's a trap. Well, I was seeing these guys just hanging out back. I was like, you know what? I can get them started. You know, they can get themselves on. We can handle this. But my man Zunaid, what's going on, man? It looks like you had a dark weekend.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, that's what happens when the rain kind of pours down on here. But that's part of Ryan. I'm actually having you start because
no problem. I mean, that's what happens when you go 3 days without a haircut. The whole thing gets thrown off. So I'll go ahead.
You see that? He's hiding the hair right now because it's not fresh enough for the screen.
There you go.
But let's take a look here, Ryan. I know you are ready for some stocks. I'll let you lead here. I do got some special news that I'm going to be bringing on up, but I'm going to wait till 10 a.m. for that. Let's dive into some stock action. What do you see out there, Lord Ryan?
All right. Well, the first thing that we're going to start with is the movers tool, because there's actually quite a bit gapping up here, and there might be a lot of opportunities for us today, especially with the way the market is. Futures opened last night and we're down and are up today. And the first thing that I want to cover is that today is the first of the month, and if the pattern holds true, the market should trade up today, and even tech might have a good day. I see Apple selling off here in the pre-market, so we'll see if that holds. VIX is also trading up here. But we'll see if we get the first of the month pattern that we're accustomed to. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be looking out for. Now, in the meantime, we're also going to be looking at some of these smaller cap names. First one here is MGAM. I've actually never heard of this stock before. I've never really traded it. We have some pretty nice range in here, and some pretty nice volume sticks. So I'd like to see how this actually trades. Since I charted this morning, looks like we've actually set in a new point there at 1830. So we're going to keep MGAM on the back burner. Now, there was some news over the weekend regarding monkeypox, right? Who said this was a state of emergency? New York said that they've declared that it is a public health emergency, and monkeypox related stocks are up today. Now, GOVX looks to be the most tradable. We have a pre-market high here of 448. We've pulled back here to the 4 level. We've kind of consolidated around it. We're starting to push up off that level. So for me right here, first move through 420 is going to tell us how strong this is actually going to be out of the gate. Now, a couple of other ones to discuss on here. We've got TNXP. This one is also trading up here this morning. In fact, I need another spot here at 215. Of course, you folks remember these have been traded recently by us. So a lot of the levels that we've identified previously are actually still in play today. The interesting thing to note here is that SIGO, which a lot of people would consider the leader in this, seems to be down. It's not gapping up here today. In fact, we had a huge plunge here on Friday that took us all the way down to 13. Now we've rebounded here. We're currently right around 1850. So we'll see if SIGA can get going. One of the things that I will be doing is I will be checking in on the basket of these stocks just to see if, you know, what's going on. One might go up today. The other one might stagnate and one might trade down. We don't know. I want to kind of watch all of them and see if there's anything I can pick up from some of the different names. Next here is going to be AEMD. This is another one that we have traded several times. Athlon Medical, they have an issue here. They're trading higher. Same thing with the monkeypox. CYAD. This is I don't think that we've traded this. This ticker rings a bell, but I don't think that we've traded this recently. FDA has lifted a clinical hold on one of the phase 1 trials here. That's causing the stock to pop. Biotechs have been wild. Define your risk, understand what it is that you're trading. VRAX, this is another one that I've heard about a lot on Twitter. I don't really know a whole lot about it. It had a really, really awful day on Friday here. But the thing is that if we trade back up on any volume, maybe we enter some of this gap zone. And who knows what's going to happen if we do that. So I'm just going to kind of mark off some of these levels here. Bottom of this gap would be right about, I would actually do it the intraday low that time, so about 1855. So we're going to check in on VRAX and see if there's an opportunity. Be careful on this one. Don't go all in looking for a bounce. This could easily sell off again today. It's worth noting RMO, there is a takeover offer here for 74 cents. Nikola announced it will acquire the company in an all-stock transaction for 74 cents. So it's gapping, but don't really think we're going to see any action. We'll see. PSHG, this is another little penny stock. So if you're interested in that, there you go. And of course, TBLT, this has been on our radar every day, what seems like for the past week. It is again trading back up here. 897.9, the real big spot. We break that, we could really go higher here and see some fireworks. We shall see if that ends up materializing. One more stock that's worth noting. This is a former SPAC, lottery.com. This is a huge gap here, but I believe that they said that they don't have enough money for business operations anymore. Yeah, trading lower after the company in the SEC said its board determined does not have sufficient financial resources to fund operations. I don't know about you, but that sounds bad to me. The chart shows a gap. We'll see what happens. We've seen bankruptcy stocks trade like crazy before. I don't get it, but it is what it is. And then ATHX here, another penny play that's gapping up. And I think there was one more on here I really wanted to mention. NRXP. All right, this might get some fireworks if it can break above $1. We're currently at 93 cents. Okay, feel like that was a lot. Zunaid, are you ready? I tried to give you ample time.
I am ready to go. Yeah, the reason I wanted you to go ahead first is because I've got some small cap stocks I want to take a look at, but I didn't want to steal your thunder. But let's go ahead and start with Tesla here. It's above the whole number of 900, but actually even before that, I am in GOVX. My average price is 409. Let me just go to that real quick. I like the whole number there. I like the VWAP there as well, which is currently around 395. If it breaks, I would say around 380s or so, I would go ahead and get out. But I do have a small size here in GOVX with an average price of 409. I'm hoping for this to come back up around the 427s and then, of course, the 445s. And if it breaks the 450 in the regular session, keep an eye on this one. We're actually going to go ahead and set an alert right there and done. Let's go back to Tesla here. It's above 900. You can see, what is it, 908, I think, is the resistance so far here in pre-market right there. So we'll see if it goes ahead and clears that. What I would expect if you want to grab some puts is wait for it to push 908 here to test it one more time. You can grab some puts or you can go short, but have your stop loss be right above 912. So you're risking yourself about $4, and then maybe Tesla comes back to test the VWAP or the 900 itself. So keep an eye on that. Set some alerts if that's your stock that you like to play. You've got Apple. I wouldn't be interested in Apple unless it tries to come down to maybe the 160s to give me a little bit of a scalp buy. Looks like I just got filled some more on GOVX. Average price is now 408 instead of 409. But yeah, if Apple wants to come down to around the 160s or so, I'll try to bounce it off for the whole number there. Stop loss will be about 159.24. And the reason is because I'm going to buy some more around 159.50 because you can see in the after hours when it reported earnings, you saw a little bit of resistance right here. I expect that to be support similar to how it held as support on Friday's session there as well. Someone said I didn't shower in the morning because I didn't get a haircut. You're right. Look, I don't shower in the mornings unless I work out, and even then I'm lucky. But let's go ahead and take a look at AMD. I've got a couple of crayons here. I'm going to go ahead and delete this one here. Let's see if it wants to come back and test the 95. That would actually be a great spot to try to scalp it. Your stop loss could be below 94.50. If you go to the weekly here, you can see that it's got a little bit of trend line. If it wants to break it to the upside or if it wants to reject, TBD. But make sure you have your risk reward in line if you want to try and play that stock. Let's go ahead and check out SPY here. You've got the high on Friday was about 413s or so. So we'll set an alert right around there to see if we can get a chance to go ahead and scalp some puts and expect it to be tested and come on back. If SPY wants to come back, maybe to the 405s, I'd be interested for a bounce. But honestly, I don't really have a good read on it, minus the 413 resistance that we already talked about. Going to the Qs here, if it wants to come back and test the 310s, I'd be interested in that one for a bounce. You can see a few times it acted as resistance. I expect that to come back and be support possibly as well. And you can see the 316s. Let me just go ahead and delete that one. That was resistance on Friday. I'm going to see if we can get it maybe around 315.43s for some puts to scalp it to the downside on that one. Nvidia, nothing really here, but you can see resistance on Nvidia around 183s or so. So if you like it to the downside, maybe wait for that area to pop back up for your best risk reward. But that's kind of pretty much what I have. Actually, let me go through the small. Already talked about GOVX. So again, $4. What my entry is 408. I'm gonna try to sell some around 427s, 440s, and then 450 pop would be great. MGAM I saw mentioned in the chat as well. If it pops above 18, this could get interesting and easily make its way past 20, which is a pre-market high. So keep an eye on this one. At the moment, you've got $14 acting as support. So I'm gonna go to mark that area here, but this could get crazy. Again, gap down here, it looks like coming back up. Not a stock I typically play, but I'm just talking about the fundamentals, or excuse me, the technicals that I personally like. MAIA, this one, if it wants to come back here around 550s or so, I'd be interested. But besides that, maybe a break above $8 to go ahead and test the highs of about 972. So we'll go ahead and keep an eye on that one. 807 on that. And then VRAX. See some consolidation here. Nothing too crazy, but if it pops above 850, you could go ahead and try to play this one to the upside. By the way, I have a lot of triggers on today, which means you're going to hear a lot of dings. So, you know, as is life. I'll try to mute it on my side, though. And then last but not least, SIGA. After we had that interview with them, that stock was around 17. It's gone to the upside since then. Now it's kind of coming back down. I believe this sell-off here was because they said that the FDA hadn't approved it in the US or something like that. Don't quote me on it, but it looks like it's recovered just fine. You've got $18 that's held as support so far in the pre-market. You can see it right around this area here. And then you've got 1950 that's acting as resistance. This is a stock where I'm going to kind of hold off, see how it wants to behave, and then maybe try to take it to the long side. Not going to try to play this one short at all. And of course, keep an eye on the news as well with Pelosi trying to visit Taiwan and all the other good stuff. I'm sure Ryan will fill us in once Charlie fills us in there. But that's pretty much what I have. It's all you. Mitch.
What's up, guys? How we doing out there? And yes, scheduled to visit Taiwan. We'll see what happens there. Definitely it's going to put investors on the concern. And now that we're at the top here, the real question remains now, do we get the pullback, right? And I think today is the first day that you're going to see the bulls really concerned after we've been really pushing on up there. Now the question is, how far do we pull back? It's already been pulling back already here. You can see we cracked at 8 a.m. and we're already pulled back to the 408s from around the 412s. So we could see a little bit of a bounce at the open, followed by continuing downside action. I'm going to actually be looking for the pop to happen right out the gates. If it just flushes, well, then so be it. We can look for a little quick trade. Shorts that I'm going to be looking at later in the week. You got Starbucks earnings on Tuesday. So keep your eyes on that one. That's going to report after the close on Tuesday. So I think it could drop prior to that, as this has ran a pretty significant amount. I mean, since the lows there of June 16th, to where we are now, you're talking about almost a 20% run for Starbucks. So I could see it come back down there, cut below through the 84s, head down towards the 82s. We'll see if it can crack towards 80 before the earnings, and then maybe continue to crack down further. I'm going to watch a lot of Chinese stocks. You guys are seeing today mentions of Baba could get delisted. We talked about it once it started peaking here at the 120s and it dropped down to the 110s. It wasn't going to cut through that 100, and you could see it cut right through it. So that DD push no longer active here. We don't even care about this price point now. Now to me, it could mean that you could see it continue down. Baba could eventually take out these lows. So I would stay away from Chinese stocks here. It's always about what you want to do. But if you take a look at all the news that's out there, Alibaba delisted, China PMI falling. You see U.S. crackdown on NAND chips. You see political pressures like Pelosi in China. You're seeing more political pressures being talked about how China's taking more and more of Russian oil, of course, illegally, or how they're going about it. And so I think at this point, I'm staying away from the China trade. It just doesn't seem like the right thing, even though for a little while there, we were getting some kind of positive catalyst. And the question is, does the market turn out to look like Baba by the end of the week? Is going to be something to watch. Do we get kind of this pressure to push out? And then when we actually get towards those resistance, do we just fall off the tape? That's what we're going to be watching. That's what investors are concerned about. And we'll see what happens there on the SPY. I think we could come back down and find some leveling around the 400. But right now we're at 409. We're still ways away from there. Tesla is the one that I'm watching, guys. I think this is what I want to be watching for the market, because if we really pay attention, what brought us back, to me, I think it was the Tesla report and continuing that push. Now, what could get me a little bit of bearish is looking for that crackdown on Tesla. So the first crackdown we're going to look for it is to head down towards this low over here, which is 878. I'm going to be patient and wait for that crack. Then I'll be looking to probably short Tesla, especially if we're going to see downside action in the overall market. We'll see what happens. Like always, there's earnings later in the week. I don't know if you pulled up the graphic or not, but take a look, guys. There's a lot going on today after the close. Activision, Pinterest, Mosaic. You guys know I traded Mosaic last week. Had a really nice trade on that one, MOS. So keep that one on your radar today. Also CF. And then, of course, what's open before the market opens tomorrow, keep those on watch. Caterpillar, Uber, BP, keep those on watch. JetBlue, Marathon, they could get run in beforehand. I'm going to look to see if oil is going to push back. It was weak here pre-market. Let's see what happens in those oil names. And let's get into the market, guys. Smash the thumbs on up. Let's go. Oh, I just saw Zunaid's barber go by, but
my barber. Yeah, I wish that was my barber that he was living with me. No, I told you guys my cousin was coming to stay with me. So that's actually him.
Man, you make your cousin be your barber?
Hey, man, look, whatever free labor works. You know what I mean?
Hey, keep it in
free labor.
Hey, family helps family, right, Zunaid?
I won't lie though. Look, when I was in college and I was selling some stuff. That came out way wrong. Hold on.
Yeah, that sure did. I was going to say, man, I don't know where you're trying to go with this, but that wasn't it.
I don't know if the chat remembers like power balances back in the day. But anyway, in like 2010s or whatever, I sold power balances on eBay. And he was probably 10 at the time. And I would have him help me pack those up. And we would go to USPS and drop them off. Fun times for sure. But anyway. That would be funny, though, if it was actually my son.
Is that bracelet?
Yeah, it's that bracelet that apparently gives you Power Rangers powers,
Apparently gives you Power Ranger powers.
Hey, people still sell on eBay. I'm not that old. Come on. I'm not that old. But anyway, yeah, man, should be fun. Look, GOVX, the stock is already up at 417. You can let me go ahead and trade mine here. Bounced from $4, failed me some more, as I mentioned. I haven't sold anything yet. Again, waiting for those high 20s to go ahead and sell some size, and then 30s, and then hopefully 40s. We can catch it as well. I wouldn't be surprised if this wants to come back and test 4 when the session starts at 9:30. But I'm hoping that it just kind of goes to the upside just like that. And we get some fills. But anyway,
422 looks like if it needs to break here on the 1 minute chart to keep going up towards those highs.
Yeah. You are going to hear.
There it goes.
Here, guys. TSM leaking hard. I just want to mention that.
25s. Come on. Wait, where's my cells again? Hold on. Where's my cells?
TSM is something that shows me that you could see just quick down action here in the tech. If you take a look here at this chart, look at TSM, guys, just leaking out here right before the bell.
Watch for that is low volume, Mitch.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a pretty hard hit there. Down 3.4% here before we open. That's a little significant, at least in my eyes. So I'm going to look for a quick downside action, maybe in AMD, quick downside action in Nvidia. So we'll see what happens these, if we could see that downside action come in right out the gates here.
I got a notification from E-Trade. I am out some size at 428 on GOVX. You can see the pop that Ryan called out, and you can see it take place. Looks like now 430 needs to clear. But I did go ahead and get out some size, half my size here on that pop. So lovely little trade there. Already up about 7% on just that position itself. And now it wants to come right back down. This is why you got to have your limit orders ready to go. Now, keep in mind, we've still got about 3 minutes till the market opens. This could come back and easily test 4. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and be greedy. Oh, by the way, look, it is August 1st. It's a new month. It's a new week. I hope everyone has been profitable this year so far. If you haven't been, that's perfectly fine. Make sure you kind of don't try to get all your losses back today or this week or anything like that. Learn to hit singles. Learn to be patient. I'm trying something new. I'm trying to write down the stocks that I'm kind of looking at here. You know, cleared my desk a little bit, got my water bottle. So, like, you know, try to instill some new habits and set yourself up for success. So let's hit some singles today. We're off to a good start on GOVX, and hopefully it continues throughout the day.
All right, don't want to talk about some solar stocks here. You guys were looking at some solar stocks out there. Mention in the chat what's going on with solar. So remember, solar's had a huge run in about 3 days. So we could see a sideways action day. That's what I'm actually going to predict here for EMPA, to pull back kind of day. JKS also. First Solar, look at First Solar. FSLR, look at that. It's been pushing. It's up there towards the 100. I can see it try to test towards the 100 and then reject there. Maybe get a little bit of some pullback towards 95 or 90s. Do I want to play these on the short side? And if I did, it would be really quickly. I do think these are nice, setting up for longer term plays to the upside, but they are super extended from where they were last week. So we could see a little bit of some decline, followed by some push eventually coming back in to solar. All right, we'll see what happens out there. Let's keep going. Let's get into this market. We got about, 20 seconds here for the bell. Let's have some fun.
Here we go.
And don't forget, we won't forget HKD. So if HKD sells off 200 points today, we'll bring it here to you. Or if it trades up 200 points today, who knows? I'll be watching the scanner out of the open, but I am going to try to get my bearings here out of the open. Good luck, everyone.
Here we go.
There's AMD already dropping about 20, 30 cents right out the gates there. I wasn't able to grab it there. I tried to get short at 95.50s. Wasn't able to get filled there. It went down there about 50 cents right out the gates there. Looking for a pullback action to get short on AMD and some of these tech names. Saw that TSM coming down. Look at AMD leak right out the gates there. Looking at for Nvidia to do the same. Let's see what happens on Nvidia.
GOVX hit the 430.
Actually getting a push on Nvidia.
Down.
I like
you got a nice
on Nvidia.
50-cent bounce for the 95s on AMD.
Good call, Zunaid, on GOVX. Move towards 4 right out of the gate. I know you were saying you were waiting for that.
You've got Tesla moving to the upside. I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit of risky stuff here. I got 950 calls on Tesla, $10.
Having some platform issues there. Wanted to get short Nvidia, but it's already dropping there. I already dropped 50 cents from where I wanted to get in. A little annoyed that I missed that one. I should have been
game
short
going.
Nvidia there.
Couldn't get filled.
Having some issues here.
Grab some Tesla equity here at 907.39. Got a crazy bad fill. I was hoping to get 905s, but it is what it is.
Filled some MGAM here. Very, very small.
Got filled some more Tesla at 902.68.
So annoyed. Oh my God.
Average price is
Data
905.
issues. Data issues. Not
Data issues.
Data issues not getting me short today is gonna frustrate the hell out of me. I gotta calm down, but that's annoying. Seeing Nvidia and AMD drop there, and me just not being able to fill because of issues, not necessarily because I didn't want to get in.
So what happened to you?
There. Just data issues, and my
For your
platform
broker?
froze. Yeah, it froze right out the gates there. Right when it opened, I changed tickers, and for some reason the data just started lagging, and I had to shut it down and reopen it up. I was literally watching Nvidia there, just hang out at the 150, 150. I was talking about how it was going up at 182, and I wanted to get short as soon as it cracked right back down. Perfect head and shoulders outlook. Just wasn't able to execute there at the
Grab
open.
some more contracts. 950 Tesla calls this week. I got it at $8 on the dot. If it goes ahead and breaks below 898, I will go ahead and be out. My average price on the equity side is 905.03.
I don't have business grade Spectrum. Maybe I need to get business grade Spectrum.
All right, out MGAM for a little scalp there this morning. Start one for one. This thing might go, but it's spready and wild. So I'd actually like for this to settle down.
All right, Tesla, I'm out. The $8 calls that I grabbed again, I got them out at 735s. As still in the equity as well. Need Tesla to go ahead and get above VWAP. Come on up, baby.
It's all good, Miss Whitehorse. It is what it is. You just got to live with it. Sometimes, I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, just missed out on a nice trade and just got to get over it.
GOVX is under 4.
Watching the general market here. We are moving towards the lows. Also watching SOXL, as I think there might be a bounce play opportunity here today if things materialize, but we'll see. Not something I would hold overnight.
All right, look, hear me out here. You're getting $1,000 calls on Tesla expiring this week. Very small size compared to Tesla. It's approximately $100,000 worth. Now about another now about 120,000 total. You can see some upside to Tesla here. Again, the equities that I'm in, 905 was the average price. I'm going to go ahead and sell some here. You've got MGAM moving above 1841s.
Short a little bit of Starbucks.
I am out MGM. I'm out GOVX here. Take a loss, 377. So pretty much the money that I made in the pre-market, I'm taking a loss here. Now bracket break even on that trade there.
Long AEMD here at 154 for a quick pop.
The Tesla calls that, guys, go ahead.
Nope, you're fine.
The Tesla calls that I bought at $10. I'm out here at 1020s.
AEMD definitely has a spot here at 154. We'll see if we can clear that out. This would just be a scalp.
1220s is what I meant. And Tesla shares out 3/4 of my size here at 9. What did I get out? What did I get out? E-Trade, tell me where I got out, buddy.
There we go.
Tesla out some size here at 917.60s.
Short Starbucks.
AEMD at 160 here. Took it down. 64 is a pre-market high. They're at it. Let's see if they take it. Lots of volume on this name right here. Here's 164. I'll close on a pop above this, by the way. There's your pop above it. And I'm out. And it's still going. Nice. Don't need the top ticket to be happy. 2 for 2 here today. Nice start to Monday.
Why Tesla calls? Sorry, go ahead.
Nope, you're fine.
Answer this question from Turtlestone. Why Tesla calls? Because I saw that it was above 900. It kind of held the 395. It held the previous close. So I went ahead and added a position. Now, the position that I added in, I unfortunately took a loss on, but the initial one that I got at 10, went ahead and sold it for a profit. So I lost about 70, 80 cents on the ad, but I made $2 on the original position. Look, Tesla, you're still getting $1,000 calls coming in here for about 450. Now they're paying for it. About $75,000 worth. So if Tesla wants to come back to 409 and test it, look, I'll go ahead and grab it again. But for now, I am just about all out of Tesla except 10% of it remaining. Because I would not be surprised if we go ahead and test 950 sometime this week.
Real quick, it does appear Saiga highs or put in a high here. It pulled back a little bit off of that. JJ's asking question, Ryan, what's your overall comment on the crazy action on HKD? My overall comment is just don't trade it. If you're a gunslinger, do what you need to do. Make sure you protect your capital and manage your risk. But for me, that thing's too crazy to even play. I mean, you could buy one share and in a matter of 15 seconds be down 100 points on your one share. So it's absolutely wild. I would say just avoid.
Looking for Starbucks to break through the 84s now. It's looking good for us. We're up about 8 cents, 10 cents there. Now let's let it break through the low of the day. Show you guys that Starbucks trade here. Short off the VWAP. Looking for it to break through the low of the day, get through that 84 and continue down. Tesla was one that I'm looking to short eventually. Did it break back down yet? It's at that 920. I have a feeling eventually it tops out.
Eric, good to see you, my man.
Tesla calls up for a few minutes. Yay. All right, awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the money that he made.
Yeah.
I didn't like the whippy stuff this morning, but then you started talking about Tesla made $500. Have a good day.
Hey.
It's nice when you can just pocket $500 right off the open and just walk away for the day. You're doing things right.
I don't know about you, but I love a 9-minute workday. Looks like we got a couple of folks that made money on the Tesla. Good stuff
Love it.
there.
Absolutely love it. Our community is awesome.
Those calls, if you haven't already scaled out, please, for the love of God, scale them out because now they're going for about $15. So that's 50% higher than the initial buy.
And I don't know if it's going to make a move, but that freaking Getty is setting up for a move above 25. I'm not my type of stock, so I'm going to stay away from it. But
I'm going to try a little bit of NRXP here, see if it can break above 97, excuse me. I'd like it to try to test $1 and then break above 105. 105 is your high, intraday high from Friday. We'll see if it can get going here.
All right, look, I don't. Fuck. I'm gonna go ahead and grab. Should I do it? Should I not? Should I do it? Should I not? I mean, these Tesla calls are coming in nonstop. So, I'm gonna YOLO one thing. I'm gonna YOLO some $1,000 calls on Tesla. I got filled at 510. Not the happiest that I did it, but I did it. So
I'm happy to see YOLO Z come back. I mean,
I agree. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, and let's talk about why, right? Because I continuously am seeing these Tesla calls come in. Now, you know, I don't know. I've got a little bit of confidence in it, but again, I'm in at 509. The reason I was a little hesitant is because I believe this could come back and test VWAP, and I could get it maybe 50 cents cheaper. And again, I literally just got one call, so just one. But I was, you know, if I could save $50, why not? Where could Tesla go today? I'll be honest, higher is what I'm hoping for. I have no idea, but I do believe that we'll see 950. I believe we'll see 945 before we see 860s. How about that? Is what I believe. But doesn't matter what I believe. I'm putting money where my mouth is. I got the Tesla $1,000 calls, got filled at 509. We'll see what it wants to do today. And I'm up 10% on those YOLOs. But again, only got one. I'm looking to hopefully get. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay, here's my game plan. And I am telling you this so that I can be held accountable as well. I will sell these calls if Tesla hits 938 today. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. If Tesla hits 938 today, I will sell those calls.
Adjum is asking anything fundamental on NRXP. No, this is just, I believe, one of the monkeypox plays. Saiga was at highs earlier. This was 97 was a technical spot on the chart that it was trying to break. I'm basically playing for that break. If it pulls back to 93, 92, I'll cut it.
GOVX having a hard time getting over 4.
Yeah, see, it seems to be a common thing with all of the monkeypox plays, Zunaid. It might have been a sell the news event this morning, which is okay. And one of the reasons I'm keeping my stop tight on this particular trade.
And the crayons are working just fine. We had a crayon drawing at 1938 on SIGA. You can see that's the area where it rejected. But, of course, you had the 1950s area be the pre-market highs as it's coming back down to 18. Now, I would be interested in SIGA. I'm going to put an order out here. At 1720 is where I want to buy some. I want to go 1722 because why not? Now I'm going to go 1724. And then I'm going to go and try to buy some at 1703. So those are my 2 buys on SIGA if I can get that dip. Let's go ahead into a 3 box. If you guys have any stocks you're going to put up, please let me know. But there's Tesla, there's SPY. Any small cap stuff that's moving, Ryan? I'm going to put up here on the third one.
No, I'm watching NRXP because I'm in it. Though it's probably going to stop me out here. I would watch AEMD on a break above 172. That might go, and it looks like it's curling here, so that's kind of interesting. But nothing really work. I guess TBLT. The chat is asking for TBLT.
TBLT went ahead and held VWAP on that second 10-minute candle, and now it's got to the highs. Now it's also clear pre-market highs as well. Those VWAP bounces, man, again, not always. Good. Yeah, it's not always, but it's all about the risk reward. That's all it is, right? You try to grab it around 840s. Oh, and there it goes, trying to break 9. Is it going to break 9? Boom, busted 9, 905s. 909 was a high that I saw. And those Tesla calls, by the way.
That almost sounded like you were doing an auction right there. You were talking so fast. That was awesome.
You know what I want to do? I want to do an auction fantasy football. But for now, I'm going to talk about Tesla. Those calls are continuing to rise up. They're up 30% here, up about $145 per contract. I only have one, so that's my size. But Tesla moving up. And yeah, have you ever played fantasy football auction style?
No.
Dude, it is amazing. I love it.
Short AMD.
Nothing is better than a draft. So
short AMD.
Man, I'm going to have to disagree with you there.
That's fine.
Looking for the SPY to top out here, 945. Still in Starbucks. Anything above 84.50 would get me out on that. It's kind of swing trade position style, so we can leave it a little bit of room there. AMD, we don't want to see it get past 96.75. This is a smaller position size. Looking for a swing right back down here. But the SPY is really going to dependent here. If it can top out and come right back to VWAP, we'll start seeing AMD come back to leak.
Curious what's going on with Visa here. Let's see. Visa to the downside. Just another example. I'm not in this play at all. I just want to take a look at it. But just another example of support turning into resistance. You can see here you had 410 be support, moved up a couple of bucks on Friday. Now it's acting as resistance, and it's already a point down below. Just an example of support turning into resistance there. Yeah, in the mornings I try to, I just talk fast in general, but in the mornings I know these guys have plays as well, so I try to get my stuff out there ASAP. All right, Tesla coming back down now. Wouldn't be surprised if it wants to test VWAP around 914s or so. AMD
stopped out of NRXP.
Now let's focus on the SPY here.
Might get stopped out of Starbucks. If I do, I'm going to start looking for other shorts because I think you're going to see some flip eventually here, but There you go. Just got triggered there. Out of Starbucks. Small loss there. Very small sizing, so don't have to worry too much about it. It's a good starter position. We'll see what happens. I can get back into it, but not going to let it get back above this 84.50s here. AMD looking good. AMD's entrance is 96.13. We just cut through the 96.
SPY bouncing off of 410 on the dot there.
CMRA highs, good shot there. I am whizzing not in that one. Big volume pop on that too.
I like this Tesla. It's topping out here. I want to give it one more try to go to the upside here.
Wow, MGAM much higher now. Hopefully somebody took that earlier. I scalped that earlier, but
Make sure you pack up fruits and stuff. That's nice.
Short Tesla there. Gonna keep it really tight. Really tight.
Bring it, Mitch. Well, last time
926.
Ryan beat me.
926.
that was
is
so
gonna
much
be my
fun.
out. If it does get up there, I'll get out. I'm gonna give it a chance here. Actually, I need to give it another point there. So 927.
Bring it, Mitch.
See what happens. I have 923 tens. Remember, this is a really small sizing, so I can at least give it some room here. See if it's going to take out the highs. If it takes out the high, so be it.
You've got the Qs crossing 315s. And what do you know? Previous close acting as resistance. Slightly at the moment, not true resistance, but it is bouncing from there, from the up.
Nice rejection there from the 925 breakout. Now I want to see it break 918s now. Going to be looking really nice in Tesla. The battle's on, bro.
Well,
The
so here's the
heat
thing.
is on.
Where are you looking to take profits?
Me? This
Yeah.
is a big time position, boy. This is a knock this down, baby. I mean, look at the daily chart. Look how positive Tesla's been. I'm playing more of the reversals, and that's what's been working for me. July was actually the best month of the year for me.
Yeah, July was the best month of the year for the market.
Well, we have something in common then.
So you went long SPY?
No, I didn't.
You've got Nvidia here trying to move to the upside a bit. Q's trying to pop over as well.
The heat is on. Remember, I got my stop out levels, right? AMD 96.75 for the upside. It came down to 95.50. You know, it could have taken profits there, but I'm looking for a reversal on the SPY. Look at the SPY and look how it's looking really toppy here. I can give it a shot. And one of the things that I've been doing better, I think, is staying really small sized at first until I feel like I got a trend. And then I can rinse, wash, repeat with some of these stocks. And that's what's been working me really well. Oil was the best one last week, but I've been trying to avoid it this week because I think it could have a pullback. You're seeing energy down 1.1. Let's take a look at the sectors. You've seen defensives up, consumer cyclical up today. Technology is still in the red. And so that shows me that we could just be bouncing back here. And then all of a sudden you're going to see a quick flush. Discount stores doing well today. Walmart, Costco, Target. DG is one that I was looking at for a nice daily breakout. I've been talking about this one, that with Dollar Tree pulling back, look for DG to take back the lead. Look at that push that you're getting right now in Dollar General. And then you look at Dollar Tree coming back to the highs also. The one that I like here is Ollie. Ollie catching that 50% pullback around the 58s, coming back above the 60s. I think this one can come back up towards 70.
VRAX, Joyce mentioned it. Joyce, I think you left out the A there. VRAX did take 850 and then 860. Here, let me pull it up here. Sorry, Mitch, I'm so bad at that.
You're good, dude.
Bad at managing the multi-monitors. So VRAX here, moving up here. And the thing about VRAX is we obviously have this huge gap, right? So I think the big move isn't until we clear out 1145 if we get there, but a nice move up here
Stopped
for
out
VRAX
there,
after
Tesla.
its disaster on Friday.
Stopped out there on the Tesla. We can get back in it. It did make that push above the 927.
Tesla calls are up about 32%. If you did decide to get in them, make sure you decide what's your best for your portfolio here as well, because they are now up 36% on those calls. Nvidia moving up to the upside.
SPY at the highs here. I do see TQQQ puts going off. EOSE broke out of that formation and
Swing trade on in DraftKings. Swing trade on in DraftKings.
Mitch, I did my first fantasy mock draft this weekend.
There you go. What draft position did you take?
I had 5.
5? Okay.
I went with Derrick Henry at 5. I ended up with Derrick Henry, David Montgomery, Antonio Gibson as my top running backs. Debo Samuel, AJ Brown, and Darnell Mooney as my top receivers. Then I ended up getting Joe Burrow at quarterback.
Well,
Tesla
I'm
moving on
taking
up.
my shot in DraftKings.
Calls are up 53%. Told you guys I would not sell till it got to 938. I'm holding myself to that, but holy shit, is this tempting.
Take some swing trades on today.
This is how you start off August. Let's go. You've got GOVX trying to break over 4.
On Penn on the swing also.
Do on GOVX. Here's what I'm going to do on GOVX. I'm going to grab some size here. Stop loss will be low of day. So my stop loss on GOVX is 369 because why not? And if it breaks over 4, I'm going to go ahead and try to grab some more.
Some more.
Everything is set. Everything is ready to go. Let's see if we can get some more action.
HKD halted. Not a surprise.
All right, so taking my swing trades that I was talking about for a while, which were my gambling plays, I took the DraftKings and Penn kind of basket swing here. Remember, these are going to be smaller positions, but I do feel that we could get a spike. Thursday, you'll hear a lot of talks as preseason starts for the NFL.
I can't wait. I'm the nerd that really likes that first preseason game. Like, I cannot wait for Thursday. I really can't.
I think you're just like a lot of people, man. They want they need their fix, man. They need their NFL fix.
It doesn't even count, but I don't care. I want to have football. I want to have football. Constitution of Axiom says Red October. Hunt for Red October is one of my favorite movies, so I agree with you if that's what you're talking about. Louis says, "Wow, that is a roster." I was pretty happy with it, Louis. I was like, if this is my real team, I wouldn't be upset. McLean, you're trimming Ford. That had a nice day. Yeah, it had a couple of nice days. Nice job on that Ford trade. I'm guessing that you were in much lower, probably a 12 handle. Nice job.
So
If you're a Lions fan, I work with a bunch of Lions fans, Adam. I think the Lions are going to be better than the Bears this year, which is the team that I'm rooting for. We'll have to have Zunaid update us on his GOVX as that's curling and moving towards highs here. We'll see if that can get going. Caleb, Raider Nation. So I actually am really interested in the Raiders this year, and I am not opposed to drafting Devontae Adams because he no longer plays for the Packers. So I'm really excited about that. I'm rooting for them. I hope they do well. I hope they win that division.
Yeah, I think they will do well. The only question is, where do the targets go? Will he get the kind of a target share that he got with Rodgers?
Yeah,
That's the
it's a
question.
good point because Hunter Renfrow is excellent on third down, and Darren Waller is an absolute beast. So we'll see how they spread it out. A lot of talent on that team, though. Josh Jacobs can run football.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be passing it a lot. You also got McDaniels, right? McDaniels, he's a pretty good coach. I think he's trying
Remember
to
when
make
he
up.
went to go when he went to go head coach the Denver Broncos, he failed there. He's been a massive success as the Patriots offensive coordinator, but to be fair, he hasn't proven it elsewhere. Now I think he can, to your point, but he needs to do that first. It seems like.
We'll see what happens. All right, what's going on out there, guys? Some people talking about Hexo. What, cannabis? You guys are still talking about cannabis?
By the way, I got filled on my GOVX when I came back. So that position is up.
What was your fill on that?
Adding to AMD.
I had bought some below VWAP with a stop loss low a day, and then I bought some at 405. So now my average is 395, 306,667. So we'll call it.
Thank you for being very exact, Zunaid. That really helps my trading plan.
We'll call it 395s. 395s. Tesla, by the way, those calls are up 60%. Oh, nope, just checked. They just went down. They were up 60%. Now they're up 50%. What is Ford target? Did someone here talk about Ford earlier?
No, one of the gentlemen in the chat, McLean Cobble here, was taking gains on his Ford trade. Nice looking chart there. And I don't know if he had a target, Jack. I don't have a target.
I expect 15 to be a little bit of resistance at least.
I'm going to try some GOVX here. We'll see. I'm going to have a real tight stop those.
Welcome to the party.
As soon as I bought it, it sold off. So that was fun.
All right, you got some more Tesla coming in, baby. You got the 1050s expiring this week coming in. Now you've got the $1,000 calls coming in for another 250,000. Let's go, Tesla. Come on, baby.
412 is the spot here for GOVX. I'm in just a cent over it. So if this ends up not working, I'll probably cut this and wait for it to go. There we go. They took it. Now they're taking 413. All right. Still some strength here in GOVX. This is cool. Let's see if we can take out 414. High we have here, at least from the pre-market, 430. That was going to be your opening print high, it looks like.
On those Tesla calls, they're now up only 22%. So earlier I told you it was up 60% in less than a minute or two. It's now down. The reason I bring that up is because you want to make sure you take profits wherever you're comfortable. Do not be greedy, because now look at how Tesla's behaving. Coming right back down, could test VWAP, could fail completely. Take your profits. Do not be greedy. The reason that I went ahead and held is because I knew that my risk on a YOLO was about at least 50%, if not more. So I want to make sure that I can get that right risk reward.
Out GOVX. Sorry.
You're good.
I can always rebuy it. Small loss is easy to handle.
Yeah, it looks like it's coming back to test the fours and VWAP.
And so I got asked, OTRK, yeah, that is moving here.
I'm buying some more here. Bought some more GOVX. Now my average price is 398.
So I got asked about that, Zunaid, a few times. Why don't you just add? Because I don't necessarily know which direction it's going to go. I would rather not add to my loser. I would rather sell my loser at a small loss and then look to re-add and rescale in if the move starts to materialize. So figure out whatever works for you. Mine is controlling my risk with the most amount of control. Sometimes that's a lost cause. Other times it pays off for me.
And I'll answer the question of why did I buy here? Okay, cool. Why don't you go down on me? Stock-wise, GOVX. I bought it because it was $4. It's the whole number and it's VWAP as well. So that's the reason that I purchased it. I liked the risk reward in terms of a bounce there. We'll see if it actually ends up coming into fruition or not. I'll be honest. I don't know if my stop loss is going to be, I think I'll give it 25 cents. I think I'll wait till low of day if it breaks that.
All right, guys, taking my swing here in AMD. I've added in all my 3 entries there. So now I have an average of 96.26. Risk is up there towards 96.55s. We don't want to see it back up there into the 60s. 60s will definitely get me out. Looking for this to crush down through 96 now. But the big thing is going to be if the SPY can reverse. If the SPY can reverse and come back down, yeah, we could get this to happen. Same thing with the Qs. The Qs were showing some topping action on the 5-minute. You guys can take a look at that. We'll see if it actually tops there or not. 316.75 is what I'd be watching on the Qs. But let's see what happens here. Like always, we never know. Can only take the setups that we get.
PGY, $28, just a massive candle.
Yeah, I just checked comms. It's like 16 cents. I'm definitely not going to play with that one. Come on, Tesla. So 2 stocks that I'm in are Tesla and GOVX, which is, oh, come on, which is underneath VWAP.
Hi guys,
Yeah,
look, Mullen is moving towards the highs. Who's it going to suck in this time?
Is it above $1?
No.
Damn. Oh, it's not. What is that red thing on Tesla? I've never seen that. Oh, it's the... Never mind. I'm dumb.
Oh, I couldn't get filled on that. AEMD curl breaking out of this formation. I can't believe I didn't get filled right there.
I can't believe it.
Let's see if they come. Yep, there they go. They filled me on the back test. All right. Are you beatboxing like Rozelle over there?
I don't know who Rozelle is, but I was beatboxing though.
You were okay. That's someone help my man out here.
What?
Bringing the tunes. Bringing the tunes. Let's go.
Who's Rozelle?
Rozelle is like one of the most famous beatboxers.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, MD Tarpon, I saw that MDIA move. That was not on my radar because it didn't hit my relative volume scanner until recently. Something to think about. I wasn't on that as early as I needed to be. Great move though. Great move from 230 all the way up to almost 330. Just a huge move there.
Damn it, man. Tesla coming back down a little bit. I mean, again, it's had a nice run. It needs to consolidate. It needs to do all that, but I wanted to sell at 938. The stock went to 936. So that
OTRK. This is just huge move here. Looks like it's going to go higher here. Wow. Yeah. I'm not going to chase this move. I'm not going to chase the move up too much for me, but man, if you were in this, you hit that OTRK J Wild, man, trim on that. Nice job.
If you like Nvidia short, 185 could be an area for you. I'm not doing it. Matter of fact, I'm long. I just took some profit here at 875s on the calls. So I was just calling
Squeeze getting put on here
to keep going.
Just trying to get out measurably here in AMD. It's not even giving me a chance. Just bouncing on up there. Definitely taking a hit here. Getting squeezed in AMD.
Wow.
Yeah, the squeeze getting put on.
Man,
I had to get out there.
Sorry,
Took a big hit there. Big hit there on AMD. Didn't expect to get hit that hard there, but it didn't even turn around there.
Were you short?
Yeah.
Oof.
Just kept jumping up the offer.
Yeah.
Nothing was getting hit on the bid either. So that's why it happens sometimes.
Yeah, that's the danger. You're exactly
The danger
right.
of being short, yeah.
Now,
I mean, at least it was small sizing, so I haven't really lost too much
Yeah.
today. So
that's
keeping it small.
You've got a SPY here testing Friday's highs at 413s. It's got to clear that, obviously, if it wants to move much, much higher. But if you're looking to go short on SPY, keep an area on that level itself.
And so I talked about taking a look at some of the ETFs right at the morning print there, SOXL, QQQ, or the TQQQ, whichever you would like to play. Here we are almost $2 above those lows. So
Nice.
that seems to have been working here. TQQQ 34 almost.
Sean, I'm glad you brought this up because over the weekend I was contemplating my money and I am trying to formulate a plan to move back over to TradeStation and get out of Thinkorswim.
Yeah, you can. I mean, just try to find brokerages that support what you need. If you need speed, I would say you get direct routing, but it's all dependent on what you want.
Yeah, which TradeStation has. So
that's what matters. I mean, it makes a huge difference if you can know where to route your order. It's huge.
Boat show.
Did you say boat show?
I said faux show.
Oh, faux show, right.
Of course, AMD turned around after, I sold it. That's how it goes.
Mitch, they're just toying with your emotions. They're pulling on
Yeah,
this.
it was freaking Mike Miller in the chat, yo.
Hey, Mike Miller, he's got his game dialed right now.
Bro, what the hell is going on? You've got some more Tesla calls, the 1140s for $1. I mean, they spent about 50 grand on it, but like, geez Louise. Whatever. What's up?
Jonathan Lovelace, are you out there? He asked me about golf last week. I shot an 88 this week, so I broke 90 for the first time in my life.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I was pretty stoked. I had a blast.
DAS. Isn't DAS just a UI, though? It's not a platform. Or am I wrong?
DAS is just a trading platform, I believe. I think
it's not a broker.
Yeah, I think you can use that with other brokerages, but I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you can connect it.
So let me ask. Okay, look, and someone please interrupt me. Mike, if you have experience using DAS, what is the point of using DAS and not just the broker that you're connecting it to? You know what I mean?
Hold on, got to ban the porn bots.
Yeah, they see that we're hot here today.
They were coming back, man. They disappeared for a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Things must be. Jim's asking, what kind of clubs do you have? I have TaylorMade Woods, TaylorMade 60-degree wedge, and a Callaway Maverick iron set. Oh, by the way, I use the K-Sig putter. I use the Costco putter and the Costco balls. They're awesome. I'm going to run to the washroom real quick.
All right.
Good.
That's the spot
Tesla consolidating here. Come on, Tesla. Move on up to the upside, baby. Oh, let me see if I can fix this.
Oh, this is a perfect beat, Mitch. It's fast. It's not overpoweringly loud. It's not putting anyone to sleep. You did good, Mitch. We often bust on you. We don't give you enough credit, but you really hit one today, Mitch. You really hit that one on the screen.
This is solid.
I'm trying.
Those Costco balls aren't the same as the ones.
So Jonathan's absolutely right. I just found out about this weekend. Apparently, the Kirkland balls, they used to make a 4-piece ball that people described as being king. The new balls here, these, which are the ones that I was talking about, are 3-piece balls. And as a result, apparently they're not as good from people that are experienced. So I don't know. I don't know the better one, but I also have TP5X balls that I use sometimes.
I don't understand any of the ball talk.
Nice job, Jess. Your TQQQ moving here today. You were all over that. You've been trading that back and forth well the last several days here. 34 right now. Ankit is calling a top at 34, so the battle is on.
Oh, shit.
What's wrong, Zunaid?
Totally forgot how to position in GOVX, and I didn't put a stop. So I was like worried that shit was at like 50% down.
I was worried it's at 50 cents. You'd have alarm bells going off there. PT, what's interesting? What surprised me, I thought I was going to donate this money, but this PTLR swing that I took off the unusual options, it keeps moving up. We're at highs here, 1046 here at PTLR.
Can I check GOVX? Yeah, that's what I was just scared of. GOVX, if you want to buy this and wait for the low day break as your stop, I think you're solid. At least that's what I'm doing. So, shall I be a fool? We shall see. Nice move in Nvidia and AMD. What?
Mitch, Rosie wants to hear your beautiful analysis. Where you
Let's
at,
do it.
man?
Let's take a look here. I got you. I'll take a look at the SPY here. Let's just take a look at what sectors are up, what sectors are down on the day. Consumer cyclical is leading us 1.07% from the open. What's doing well there? Of course, auto manufacturing. What is leading auto manufacturing? It's Tesla. So keep your eyes on Tesla. Also, you see LI up 6%. So Chinese auto up actually a significant amount. If you want to take a look at that chart, that's an interesting chart right there off the 35. We'll see what happens on that one. NIO also up. NIO did have news that they were unveiling in Europe a manufacturing factory. Let me give you the precise place that this came out. This was in Hungary, and the first overseas plant in Europe in September. So NIO did have some news there. Ford up about 3% too. Not a bad move there in Ford if you guys were able to capture that move into the earnings. Really nice play there. All right, so other than that, you see defensives up, discount stores leading there, pharmaceutical retails and soft drinks. What's down today? Energy, basic materials, and real estate. What is down big in energy? Well, let's take a look at some of the oil names. XOM down today, pulling on back here after a nice little push on Friday. You're getting that pullback. It could come back into the green as it's balanced out here around the 94.50s. We'll see what happens there. XOM. MRO also has
real quick, Mitch. OTRK, which a lot of the group was been talking about and perhaps trading today, halted at 145. Good shout. I am whistling. Be careful if you're in that. Sorry, Mitch. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Not a worry at all. We're going to be looking to see if MRO retraces back to the top. Of course, I talked about their earnings coming on up. Take a look at that. That will be before the open on Tuesday. So you could see this run into the close. How's a stock like Mosaic trading today? Mosaic pulling back towards 51. We'll see if it captures that 51 as support and then eventually comes back through 52.
Mitch, can you flip to a daily chart? I'd like to know what your opinion is on this daily chart because we've actually discussed this stock a lot in the happy hour, and this looks like a classic trade up, retrace part of the move, and then try to go back up and take out the highs. I'd love to know what kind of levels you're looking at on Mosaic. And again, remember, we got a print tonight, so this might not be something to take ahead of the print. But maybe you can set up your trade for after, depending on what happens.
Yeah, I think if it can get a move back above 53, going to 55, it's definitely going to be looking bullish to just continue the trend that it's in. But the hard part there is, like you said, the stock has been up significantly over, let's say, 18 days, about 20%. Yeah. So the earnings are going to matter here more than the technicals, I would say. If you wanted to follow along, you could see here on the 9 EMA how it's been following the pullbacks. Maybe you look at this as the 10 EMA, which would bring it a little bit further away from the price, which would give it right on those wicks. Following that, if it closes below that, you get out. If it continues the trend, then you can keep riding the wave. One way of using a moving average and just riding the wave there. All right, guys, I do want to take a second here to talk about something that happened to me. I finally got news, guys. And I'll kind of do a little celebration here right quick. We'll take a little second here. 10-16. Know some traders are finally starting to come down, so I got to give myself a little pat on the back.
Oh, you did it? Tell me you did it.
Hey! Wiggle, wiggle.
Nice.
Got that CMT past the first level 1 exam. Working my way up there, guys. You guys see passed on June 11th there. Registered for the level 2, so working my way up to get that CMT.
Nice.
Shout out, and
Congratulations,
at least making my way towards it. I've talked about it often about the CMT. I recommend anyone out there, if you're really trying to work on your game, you look into our trading schools, look into getting that CMT certification, and that's really going to take your step up into the next level. You guys hear CFAs out there. This is just kind of my way of trying to get a title. So I can't only be Money Mitch. I got to be Money Mitch with a CMT at the end at least. We'll get there, guys. Let's keep battling.
Mitch,
congratulations, man.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Good for you, pal.
Congratulations. Good stuff. You went the CMT route. I went the Lord route. We'll see which one ends up working out. I will say, when you started that, I thought the same thing. Born.
Oh, no, I knew he was talking
Merv,
about that. Yeah.
I was like, oh man, Mitch is about to have a little Mitch. And I was like, we're going to have to congratulate him. And I'm glad I wasn't the only one that thought that was coming. Mitch, congratulations. Well earned. Keep sharing your knowledge with our group here. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, guys, and get ready.
On that news. Oh, David.
That's ruthless.
Hey, we'll see what happened there. Going to be, what the hell? I actually do see some rolling over there. Let's look at a Tesla. Maybe Tesla's starting to top. Taking this already once. I'm going to look at it again. But yeah, look forward to it, guys. I'm going to be doing the second level, bringing us some more learning and expanding my study guide. I know that you guys love that study guide, so stay tuned. I might be able to get away to get the second level of that study guide.
You've got SPY here. So remember, we went ahead and pointed out SPY was coming to test Friday's highs. And since then, it's given you almost 2 points here. This is why it's always important to look left. And SPY coming to come back down. If it wants to test the 1050s, 1060s, the 4 1060s or so, could be a decent area to grab some calls. That's near VWAP. I'm a little bit unhappy because my calls were up 60%. I didn't sell it because, I was waiting for 2 more books. And now those calls are probably a break even. They're up about 13%, but whatever.
Taking a look, I might get short Tesla here. Short there. Let's go. Let's try to take this down again. I'm going to use that 927 again. So I got stopped out last time it went through that 927. I'm going to set it up again. Look for it to take down on Tesla. Appreciate the congrats, guys.
Yeah, dude.
Appreciate the love.
So there's 4 levels, I assume, since you were 25% of the way through?
No. So what it is there's 3 levels, but the 4th level, really what it is you have to do some certain things. Like you have to do some certain like professional services, things like that, helping people out. And there's like some qualifications that you want to meet before that professionally wise, so that they can give you that actual certification there. There's Tesla dropping fast there, guys. We got a 922.24s. Going to look for this to continue dropping down, maybe get into the 900. Then I'll take some profit.
And how about that short on McLean? You've been on fire, man. You've been really hitting it. The great call there. Complete rejection off 34 off the TQQQ. Currently printing 33.59. I don't think this is it for the day, but nice little move there. You top ticked that. Short. Great stuff.
Just got notification on SIGA. The orders that I had put out there, they were purchased and sold as well on SIGA. I'm looking for the buy price. Where'd it go? Why can't I find my buy price? And it was right the previous close is why I'd gotten it. But regardless, I'm out of everything here on SIGA.
All right, now we're really starting to see that crack. Let's go. SPY cracking down to the VWAP. We got some real nice crack now. Could look at AMD, but I'm just going to stick with this Tesla trade. This is looking really well for me now, down to 917. Let's see if it VWAP bounces here or just flushes. This is what I'm going to be looking for. If we could get a flush to just 910, you'll know that it's just giving it up. If it bounces here, it could very much bounce. So we'll see.
And those Tesla calls that were up 60% are now at break even.
You out of them, or are you just talking about them?
No. I'm holding them. I'm still holding. I only have one, so I'm still holding the one that I have.
Sounds good.
Still holding the one that I have. On GOVX, we're going to have a little bit of drawing and hope to God it works for us. I'm going to go to the 5-minute here. Let's have a little drawing right there. Like that. That's how we're going to do it. All right. That's the drawing on GOVX. Not 100% legit, but I don't care. That's what I want. That's the defender right there. That's the defender.
Funny way of saying it. Roblox highs here.
Yeah, thumbs on up, guys. Thumbs on up. Appreciate you guys.
Those buys in the mid-20s on Roblox when they were happening, there were some people here that were talking about that in the chat. Just great stuff. Great stuff. You're almost at a double here.
ARKK continuing up. That's a good sign there for the growth trade. I thought ARKK was on a very important price level. If you take a look at the daily levels, look at this. Nice upward. If it can regain this wick here, it could easily come right back towards 49. So it's an important day there for ARK.
Oh, that's what it is.
X-Trader, I don't have time to put the poll, but you guys in the chat, if you guys want to kind of fill in on the question, X-Trader wanted to ask if you guys think that AMD will beat or miss.
I have no idea. I'd be just guessing.
Yeah,
for the sake of guessing.
I don't have a read on it. Do you want me to ask the 8-ball? Should we get an 8-ball reading?
I mean, yeah, that's what you
8-ball reading sounds good. I was going to flip the coin, but
we have to specify is it going to go up or down because we need a yes.
Well, so here, let's do this. Will AMD hit $99 this week? Is that fair?
Okay.
Is that a good question?
That is the question, Zunaid. That is formally the question. We are going to 8-ball it up, folks. Will AMD hit $99 this week? Ask again later. I got to return this 8-ball. It does more procrastinating than I did in high school, and I'm a little upset about that. Not going to lie.
Damn.
right? We got to get it. It's taking some swings. Oh, Tesla rejecting that VWAP bounce. Let's go.
Yeah, you got the 13 seconds left on this 5-minute candle here on Tesla.
Yeah, closing underneath 920.68 would be a good sign here. We got about, a couple minutes here. Let's see if it takes that next leg down here.
Webcoin. Yeah, Webcoin says the 8-ball is right, wants to see where SPY is, where SPY goes. Jay says your 8-ball works for Congress.
That's the funniest thing I've heard.
It's too early in the day for
That's hilarious.
a sure read. Oh man, you folks are awesome.
Don't do it to me, Tesla.
SOXL coming back in towards the VWAP. If it breaks through 20, we'd be looking at a VWAP spot for a buy there. It could bounce off 20 here too. We'll see.
Hey, so far the crayon drawing's helping out on GOVX as Tesla breaking down below VWAP, coming down to the 915s now.
I did see some questions that were asking about what CMT is. It's Chartered Market Technician. So essentially it's like a certification on understanding technicals and a little bit of extra. It's not just technicals. It also has a lot to do with market structure. There we go. Rejection of 920s on Tesla.
I've got an order out to purchase Nvidia at 185.07. So right on this 30-minute breakout or 30-minute opening range breakout, waiting for it to possibly test, and we can take it a little bit higher. What I am not happy about is the fact that VWAP is a whole dollar away. So it's not the best trade, but I'm going to take a stab at it. And Tesla is coming back down below VWAP. Let's see what the 10-minute looks like. If it doesn't crack below 912, I'm still going to hang on. If it does, I will be out. Speaking of which, then I'm kind of a little bit tempted to grab one more call here. Yeah, what the hell? I grabbed one more call filled at 474 on those Teslas, risking probably about $1 if it breaks down. And so far, the crayon drawing on GOVX is doing well, man. Needed it to get above 4, though, is what we need.
Yeah, guys, come on. What's going on with the likes, guys? We need to take a second here to approach these likes. Come on, hit the like on up, guys. Support us as we support you guys, like always, trading right here, talking about what we're seeing, what we expect to happen. Appreciate you guys can take 1 second here. Just hit that like button. That's how we continue doing this every single day live for free and not behind a paywall. All right, the SPY leaking there. Does it recover VWAP now? That's what we're watching. Q's coming to VWAP a little bit slower. If you look, the SPY is actually kind of leading the Q's. What do I mean by that? The SPY is coming up faster than the Q's and coming down faster than the Q's. So I would actually watch the SPY today.
Sold my TQQ puts a few minutes after the open for a small loss. Sold the calls for more of a gain and replaced it. Nice job. Nice job playing for both directions and then playing the way it goes. That's how you build up money. Absolutely love to see it.
Tesla
SOXL coming into the VWAP here. HKD. People still want to talk about HKD moving up here. Wow. Trying to take out the highs from Friday. Unusual option sweep on TQQQ calls to the upside.
Yeah, I've got about a minute left on this Tesla. If it goes ahead and closes this 10-minute candle below, I will be out. I will expect it to test VWAP, but I'm going to manage my risk properly here. GOVX trying to move above 4, 3 cents away. Now it pops above. There we go. 405s on GOVX.
And OTRK is wild.
Zunaid's wild, getting too close to that monkeypox. I don't even want to trade the stocks.
Wait, what?
Too close.
Come on, come on, come on. Get back above. Get back above. We got 22 seconds.
Where did the Veryu train go? Did it die out? Yeah, it died out big time.
Yeah, it died out. Those put buyers ended up winning. I don't think that story's done, though, honestly.
Yeah, it could come back. Daily support down towards 1126.
Ooh, there to the downside is GOVX. Yikes. Look at that. 410 and then just messed everybody up. I'm out on that one. Yep. Tesla, I'm still in the trade. I'm going to wait to see if 908 breaks, but till then I'm in it. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm just holding on to. I could take profits here and just cut my losses to just under red here, but I'm looking for a little bit more so that I can get right back to break even and look to see if we can get a green day.
McLean, you closed out your QQQ short here. I'm actually playing some of the semis to the upside here with SOXL, so we'll see which direction we end up going.
Ooh, yeah, I was looking at that one today, Ollie, and look at that chart today. Kaboom! Nice little breakout there. Yeah, department stores. So DG is the other one that I would say with this one. Look at that move. Boom. Dollar General.
Speaking of semis, I had that order to buy Nvidia at 185.04s or whatever the hell it was. It obviously came down, didn't fill me though, but I'm out now. I'm not going to try to get into that trade because it's already did the point bounce that I was looking for. It just didn't fill me. So no point of trying to do it again, but I'm out that one. I would be interested in it at 184.10s-ish on Nvidia.
Meme stock moving today. Celsius Holdings moving on up. CELH up about 14%. Get your energy drinks, guys. All right, 10:30, guys. We got about 30 minutes left here, and then we'll be getting into some futures action.
Yeah, we've got Jim is out, so we've got another special guest hanging out with us today, so that'll be fun.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, so how's this SPY trend coming
MRA
in?
highs.
It's right at the VWAP. The chop has begun, I feel like.
Oh, well, let's chop it up to the upside a little bit now.
Well, at least one of us is going to win, hopefully. We both lose, then we're doing something wrong.
We may just break even on the day.
Yeah, we may.
Come on.
I'll cover half down towards 905. We got down towards a little bit under 910 on that last swing down. Let's see if we can get down towards that 905 on Tesla. I'll show you guys that right now. So I'll show you the 3-minute is where we got in right here. We're looking for this to kind of take out the lows, get on down there towards about 905. I'll take some profit. Then I think it could crack that 900, but I'm going to give it a chance. First, take some profit into 905s, then let the rest of it work.
MGAM. Kalu, be careful. That one is wild. Absolutely wild. PGY also pretty wild. Oh my God, it's above 30. Oh my goodness, look at PGY.
It's getting wild with it. SPY catching a little bit of that VWAP. We'll see what happens there.
Come on, Tesla.
Come on down, Tesla.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it goes in and cracks this 908 or not.
Yeah, if it cracks at 908, I feel like I get my 905. If it holds there, Zunaid gets his. Don't even let the bulls breathe, says Constitution.
I picked up another call here at 437s, looking to sell at around 460s.
Look at this guy.
Excuse me, the 475s.
Well, I can't get into anymore.
Paul, if China attacks an American plane with a congressperson on it or someone from the government on it, yeah, that's going to be really bad. That's going to be a war.
So remember, they didn't say that they were going to shoot down her plane. They just said they would do warning fires.
Yeah,
that's what they said. Warning fires are enough to really get us heated.
I'm just saying, if a plane gets shot down and someone's killed, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, even warning fires to me would be pretty bad. I mean, shooting warning fires close to their plane, I mean, that's pretty as bad as it gets. But we'll see what happens. I think that's kind of one of those things that you just need to see and wait. But as an investor, this is why I'm not fully invested. I just don't trust this market. It's hard. There's that Tesla flush. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, Tesla coming down here. I'm going to go ahead and get out here at $4. So the calls that we got at 5 and at 470s, I'm going to go ahead and take those out.
907
if it wants to
on the bid.
Come back and test the 900s, I'd be interested in this one again, but we were up 60%. We took a loss, I think, of about 20%.
It's getting hard to watch here as it's just hanging out at the 910s. A little part of me thinks just take profit here, but I'm going to give it a chance here.
Let's see what SPY's doing. Let's see what the Qs are doing.
Yeah, if the SPY bounces here hard, it's where you can see that reversal come right back for Tesla. Cancel the order at the 905 right now, because I might have to just take it here.
I got greedy. I'm going to get back in here at 415s.
You brave soul.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just, I'm definitely on tilt because this one was up 60%. I didn't take the gain, so I'm on tilt here. But if I go ahead and lose this one, I would be risking all of today's profits. And the reason it gave me a little bit of confidence is because you had the Qs jump off of VWAP and you've got the SPY above VWAP as well.
Agreed. Lithium for a swing, Sabrina said. Take a look there.
Man.
Doesn't look too bad, LTHM. You just got to keep yourself really close to, I think, that July 28th low, 2382s, but up to you, of course. But if you stay close, doesn't look too bad. Have any of you gone full tilt for no reason? I got you. I'll tell you guys a story about that. Just give me a second.
Okay.
I'm going to get out here at 4, so pretty much break even on that Tesla calls.
Here's that 907 crack into 906 here. Putting out an order at 905s, 87s here to cover half. Canceling the order for a second here. Just want to see it flush through the 905s here, and then I'm going to take half off. Still recovering those 909s. Like right close to that 909. So trying to get it down into the 905s, but doesn't want to do it. SPY holding the VWAP there is giving me a little bit concerned. Gonna get a second here. There's a flush into 907 again. 906 82s. Trying to be patient. Patience pays.
Roku in the gap. Gap fills at 83.84, it looks like. That gives me an idea.
$906 showing up on the bid, and it just bounced really quickly. Because of that, I'm taking half off there. Not going to give it a chance to go back above 910s there. Took half off at 908.37s. No need to be greedy there. Let's pay ourselves and make sure that we're going to make money and have a very low or small red day. If not, if this comes down through 900, we'll be in the green. So what does that do? It just at least objectifies things for the day. Now I can just let it work. Really, when I saw the SPY holding above the VWAP, I wanted to see the SPY heading to VWAP there on the close there of that candle. Then I would have been feeling a little bit more confident. And you can see here how it kept bottoming around this 909, 9010 area. And with that being said, I don't want to see it just get all of a sudden back towards 917 to give up all those gains. So I'll take some profit into that move and now look to see if it takes out the 903s and 900 on the downside.
You've got Nvidia that went ahead and let's see, where's Nvidia? It gave you that 190 fill, but again, I'd canceled mine, so I didn't get to take part in it. But hopefully you understood why I wanted to take that trade in the first place.
Good morning, Beach Bomb. Good morning. Thank you for all your support.
There's a bounce in Tesla that I was trying to avoid.
Yeah, now it's got to get over 920
Market
and
turning up
VWAP.
too. Sorry, sir.
No, you're good. We're on the same page. 920 is VWAP around there for Tesla. It's got to move above that.
Careful out there, man. This market's that type of market where those institutional traders like to go out to lunch, determine what we're doing in the afternoon. I need to find a good lunch spots in New York.
Still on the SOXL here, pushing to highs. Would love to see it snap 242 or 2042, excuse me.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to avoid, guys. A push back to VWAP and exactly what you get in Tesla. If I would have stuck in here, I would have been feeling the pressure right now as it coming back. Versus now I can just be break even on the rest and let it work. Either it works or it doesn't. And I love when trades are that simple. Either it works or it doesn't. Now, some people would maybe add at that VWAP to go short. I think that's very risky. So at this point, what I do is I keep my average, which is in a really nice position, way away from the price action, and give myself a shot. You never know when you're going to get into the green. The only thing you can do is give yourself probability. But yeah, I had to look up the website, Zunaid. I told you how they lost it in the mail. I still don't know where the hell that thing is in the mail. That I passed the CMT thing. I had to keep refreshing the website. I'm like, yo, but come on. Like, let me know. Like, I need to know if I passed or failed, because the pressure was starting to get on. Everyone was asking about it. And I'm here just like, man, I don't even know if I passed or failed. Like, I'm waiting, man. But yeah, I signed up again for because it's an association also. It's not cheap. I will say that. It's not cheap, the CMT. But I am going to go to the symposium, which is going to be in New York next year. So I'm excited to go to that. That's going to be pretty fun. Meet a lot of professionals that are in this industry, because that's the way I consider myself, right? I'm trying to be a professional in this industry, doing some market commentary, doing some trading. My goal is not to be kind of in some capital company, but who knows what might end up being.
That's awesome, man. You're doing good stuff here.
Yeah, just got to keep working at it, and you can continue to build up the skills. I haven't stopped in 6-7 years. I don't think you guys should either. Ryan hasn't stopped in 6 years, and you guys shouldn't either. Zunaid is never going to stop, because he's a degenerate and he loves those YOLOs. But guess what?
Absolutely.
Always working to improve and focus on what he did last week so that he can get better this week.
Always looking to improve. That's something that as traders we need to do in order to keep ourselves solvent in this game.
Yeah.
Got to be able to adapt with the market. Got to be able to improve. Got to be able to admit when you're wrong.
Yep.
That's all there is to it.
So how do you guys feel about my swing trade on DraftKings and Penn?
Let's see here.
Took my swing. I ain't gonna shy away. That's one thing I'm not gonna do. If I talk about something, I want to get it done, baby. What do you think there? Doesn't look bad on the day. I'm really watching the daily, and to me, a close above 14 looks really nice.
For me, it's about 15 because you can see a bit of
15's
consolidation.
the level.
Right here. Look, this area here, right?
Mhm.
Just consolidation. So for me, it's a level of 15 that it needs to break through.
Okay. Hey, we'll keep watch on that. I appreciate you giving me a level, because that's important too. Is when people aren't in it, they can be a little bit more objectifiable. And
Yeah.
like, hey, that's the level for me, 15. Okay.
Especially because you can see that 15 here, where is it? 15 area here held as support and it got a bounce, and now it's acting as resistance right around here. You can see 15. So that's the reason for that here. I'll go ahead and kind of, there you go. So this little area here. But that's the reason that I said 15 for me.
Keep building, guys. We'll be right here along with you guys. So that's what it's all about, working towards the process and understanding also that this is a process. It's nothing that comes in 1 week and nothing that stays in 1 week either, in 1 day or 1 week, and nothing that's going to also be around. Like if you just have one profitable year, doesn't mean you'll always be profitable. So that's why you always got to be taking an assessment period. How's my trade going? How are the patterns I trade working? And do I need to add something else to my tool belt to feel confident in my system?
Always a learning experience. Always got to push yourself to be better.
Yep. All right, Zunaid, I'm going to let you get on out of here for a few seconds to go ahead and get ready for some futures action. If you don't want to leave, you don't got to, but.
No,
I'll hang out for
Get out of here.
All right, I'll leave. Well, I'll leave, but so will this bot. Just went ahead and blocked it.
Hell yeah.
I beat you
Let's
to
go,
it.
Zunaid.
See you guys. Bye.
All right. 2 new members today. Merv and Jessica, thank you all for your support.
Appreciate
You
the
guys
love,
are
guys.
the best, man.
As members, you guys get to specifically ask for stocks at any point in time. That's one thing that I'm going to establish here. Any point in time. You guys want a ticker? Throw it up there. Yell at Ryan, or Zunaid, and we'll take a look at it. We don't got no problem. We're here for you guys. You're here for us.
Couldn't
All
have
right,
said it better
guys. So I have
myself.
my stop placed there at 922.30s here, guys. It's at 919 there on Tesla. Could get stopped out, but just want to mention the stop out spot so I don't get caught in that move. I'm putting a stop, especially when I take first profit. I used to not use stops, Ryan, but I got to the point where, especially first profit and in the style trading that we do here, where my focus doesn't stay on specifically just that trade, I need to use some stops to protect myself.
Yeah.
And
So
in
go
this
ahead.
certain case that I've already taken reward one, I don't want that break even trade to go into a loss. So I can set the stop and just kind of keep myself patient.
Yeah, I do the same thing with stops. It's either a position where I have to walk away from the computer. It's normally a position that's liquid where it's not going to be a huge spread and I'm going to get stopped out by accident. So I use them in certain situations, but otherwise, in an ideal world, I'm able to actually be in front of the computer and manage the trade on my own. Janet, one of our members, asked me to review FDX. If you can go ahead and
Let's do it.
FDX. Let's do it.
Let's take a look. All right, FedEx, they're holding after what? After the UPS gain, right? So look at UPS, right? This was last week. They had earnings. This started pushing on up. I think this is why you're seeing FDX also move on up. So if you keep watch on both of those are actually looking good into this move. And I would continue to watch to see if UPS can hold the gains. Can it make a move to 200? They both have this kind of inverse and head and shoulders look at the bottom. If you could see it here, right? Kind of the head and shoulder inverse look here, and you've got some shoulders here, and it's trying to come back. But really, to me, what's going to matter is up above this 240 mark. How does FedEx perform there? And so you've had this drive back towards that 240. You want to see it hold above that 240, getting towards that 250. You see the weekly, you have a trend line that you're going into. And so that's another thing that I'd point out. You tried to get back above this. You held that pullback. Now, if you get towards the 250, you're going to actually start looking like you're trying to break out and come back towards the 300 on FedEx. It's not a bad chart, actually.
And Mitch, real quick, Joyce is saying VRAX curling high of the day. Great pre-market call, Lord Ryan. I'm riding it from 750. Joyce, awesome. I actually just scalped this just because of my impetus to not want to hold things. Great job. So again, what we were looking at on this potential play is simply a gap move. It was strong in the pre-market. It caught right out the opening print. It set a high, pulled back a little bit, totally normal, then broke through that high. Next area of consolidation is really going to be right here between 970, let's call it, and 1130. So that area that you're likely to see some more back and forth. Then we enter the next phase of that gap. Great job trading that. Make sure that doesn't go red on you. Make sure that you stack those gains, Joyce. Good stuff.
All right, want to see if Tesla can reject here. Don't want to see it get to the 920s now. It's done 3 attempts to break the resistance here at the VWAP. And so from this point on, if the SPY breaks out through the high of the day, you can see the SPY trying to break the high of the day. Look at Tesla here. Tesla's on the middle chart here. It's SPY to the right-hand side. Watch how Tesla's made a what? Up 1, down 1, up 2, down 2, up 3. We don't want to see it break that resistance. That's our third resistance. We know the rule of 3 can hold here at support and take out the 920s on the upside. If it does take out that 920 on the upside, I more than likely will get stopped out at the 922s. But let's see what happens here. Rejection from that 920s now could get it right back down there towards the 908s. Let's see what happens here.
Janet wanted to take a look at PLTR. Would you?
Palantir.
Excuse me. I believe it's probably pronounced Yanit. Anyway, correct me on the pronunciation. I really don't want to mispronounce anyone's name. But Mitch, if you could dive into PLTR, I'd be happy to give you my thoughts after that as well.
Whew, the Palantir. Let's take a look there. Nice daily chart is just kind of sidestepping up. So at least you know kind of what your levels are. I love stocks that kind of keep a pattern, right? The stock has been just slowly edging its way up. It goes up, comes back to that line, comes up, comes back to that line, comes up, bounces one more time off that line. Now you're looking for it to start coming back and taking back some names, right? Or some resistance out here. So I would focus on here. If it holds $10, it's looking good now. Now you got in a peak above that $10. You just recovered that. So to me, as long as it holds 10 here now, you're not looking bad on Palantir. You know you're out. It should hold this 10. And it could take that next step up. Next step up there, we'll get it through the 11s. Once you get through the 11, next stop for us is going to be through the 11.15 area. And then I've talked about how above 12s is where I like Palantir because it had a lot of support around there. I've been waiting for it to get back there. That's why you see this green line up here. I talked about it to myself. Whenever it got back there, that's when I was going to be watching for a buy. But if you're looking at it down here, I can't blame you.
And so real quick, great stuff there, Mitch. Real quick on Palantir too. We saw, let me pull up the chart here.
Yeah,
Jay, by the way, nice shot on Redbox. That was a break above there. It's pulling now, but that may set up again. I didn't have eyes on that. Great shout there, Jay. Jay Wild. Really quickly on PLTR, obviously you can see the strength here today. Realistically though, this really has kind of been strong recently, right? The next thing we need to do, is take out 1075. I think Mitch, take out a 1075 probably sends us to that 12 level that you were talking about. The interesting thing here, I did see more calls. Remember, my first position, I bought let me get it for you, the October 14 calls on here. I paid 21 cents. That was days ago. That was an unusual options trade that I saw in the calendar, what I have filtered here. And today I saw another one, right? So another 47,500 bucks, 1,400 contracts at the 11.5 contract. These expire August 12th. So only 18 days on these. I got a lot more time on mine. This is the only swing trade that I'm really in other than an investment here. And we'll see where this goes. I'm doing pretty good. I paid 21 cents, currently 34 cent ask, 31 bid. So doing pretty good. I'll probably peel half of this at 100% if and when we get there.
All right, taking a look at some of the stocks that I'm looking at for potential moves here. I'm looking around CHWA. Looking at a Chris Ketchy outline that I'm looking at, which is CHWA. Could get, parabolic. This is one of those high risk, high rewards types of plays, but doesn't look too bad coming off the $10 today, trying to make its way back up through that high that it had when it broke out on Friday, which would be $12. It's not a bad one to take a look at.
Miss Whitehorse, thanks for stopping by again. Your support is awesome. Really appreciate you. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of it. Be safe, and we'll see you next time. Harrison is asking which call for PTLR. It is the October monthly call. So the one that expires October 21st is the $14 call. That's the one that I bought. The one that I saw today was the 11.5 call that expires August 12th.
Really interesting occurrence here. You're seeing the Qs break through the highs. You're seeing the SPY break through the high, but Tesla's still not holding that. Just pointing that out. I don't understand what's going on there. A lot of times when you'll see that move, you'll see Tesla come up with it. But hey, I'm just going to stick to the Tesla trade. We'll see what happens here.
My SOXL new highs here today. That game plan I had since last night, and we are executing that here today. I'd like to be able to hold this all day, but I think it would be pretty naive of me to think that this is going to move to the upside all day. We'll see. Definitely been on a great run here. I'm not going to let this go red on me, so I'll probably put a stop at. I'm gonna give this a little bit more time. Being in the green, I'm gonna give this a little bit more time. Not necessarily gonna put a stop unless I walk away from the computer. Hoping for this higher though. Would love to see 21 prints.
Yeah, we'll see what happens in that Tesla. It did reject that 920 breakout. It went right to it. It went to 919.62 and turned right back around.
Sorry, VRAX really starting to heat up here. Joyce, keep us posted on what you're doing. I know that you're in this. Jerome, great call here. We had this one set up and talked about from the pre-market today. And even if you didn't get it as early as Joyce, break at 839 here would have been great, especially on the backside. So really awesome stuff. Keep up the good work, man. Our entire group. I love this group. I really love this group.
I love that 5-minute breakout attempt to 9, coming right back down to the VWAP and then catching the VWAP. And so very good chart to take a look at that. A lot of times when you get those big breakout on volumes, look for that pullback. That pullback opportunity is going to give you a chance. This was a really pretty one after a trend line breakout above the 8s, going towards the 9, pulling right back towards those 8s, then catching the real bid and getting up there towards 1080. Oh. Let's go, guys. Tesla coming down there towards the 914. I've seen a little bit of topping there in the SPY. We'll see if it can come right back down. What happens in Tesla is I'm just going to keep watch on this one, because if it can come down through that 900, we have a killer trade there. All right, let me take a look at Ford. How's that? Still up there at 1532. Oof, had a good day there, Ford. Let's go to some sector outlook. All right, so defensive is still leading us, but consumer cyclical is right behind that, trying to catch up. You got publishing, luxury goods on there. Fossil having a good day today. Bovada having a good day. I personally don't like those right now, but hey, to each his own. Some apparel stores doing well today. Technology into the green 1.33, so that's definitely caught some of the bid. And this was actually gapped down on the day, so it's made a pretty significant way back. What is leading? Semiconductors and software applications, the stocks that got hit the most. Solar is actually down today. We talked about how those could get some pullback, and then maybe eventually catching the bid here. Look at EMPH. It actually held up there, so the leader's holding up. If you take a look, to me, EMPH is the leader. MaxN having a really nice day, up about 7%. So look at that one. I mentioned this one before Thursday, looking for MaxN to get off the ground in 11. It's already up there towards 1842. That's a 42% move. Sol is another one that I gave the moment that we started seeing this start rising. It was around the $5 area. Now it's all the way up there to 643. Some of these cheaper names catching on up. SEDG also having a good one. That one trades with Enphase, and it's looking like a really nice chart there. JKS is one that I would look for it to catch the bid maybe later on in the day. As you guys can see, it pulled back there towards 63. Now trying to catch that bid. Tesla now down there to 909. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's get it to that 900. MDIA. Do you see this one?
Yeah, I missed it. I missed that first move here, but someone in the chat was on that. I can't remember.
Look at that 5 minute.
Yeah.
5 minute. Right back to the VWAP. 3 attempts to break it, right? I'll show you guys that on the one. The one is going to look clear. 1, 2, 3. Right here, it wicked one more time and then give you that reversal, bullish engulfing off the bottom there. That's where I usually like to get in, where it gives me that bullish engulfing look. 293s, 290s. Then you let it pop to 3, and you're looking for it to hold that 290 on the pullback. Would have been a nice little outlook on that off the VWAP.
Kyle says, Kyle's having an internal struggle here. I love the show, but I want Tesla to go up and you want it to go down. But I still love you, Mitch.
That's cool.
Guys, that's what makes a market. You're never going to agree with everybody.
Man.
That's what makes a market. And that is another reason why risk management is going to always be paramount in your trading. It's not up to Mitch, me, or anyone else where a stock goes, but it is up to you to manage your account and your risk.
Hell yeah. And another thing I would say to that is that that's the market. And if you really appreciate trading, you will never be mad at someone for having a different position than yours. At the end of the day, we all determine what we take, whether that be to the upside or the downside. So a lot of that is understanding that, hey, I go off of my decision making. I die by my sword. And I think that's an important thing out there in trading. Live and die by the sword, man.
All right.
Let it be yours.
Took my gains here on this new high pop on SOXL. So I'm going to be looking to re-enter that. That was a great little trade there. I had that plan formulated last night when I saw the futures open. Awesome to be able to execute it right here out of that right now. So that is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Mitch, I think I am going to get jumping here. I've got to get.
Yeah, I got to get out of here too. Don't worry. I got to wrap up also. We got to go to futures action.
We will be back tomorrow, folks. Watch the volatility today. Don't get caught. Some definite earnings prints after hours and before market tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on those. We'll be back with a new plan tomorrow. You all stay green, stay safe out there.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow, guys. I'm going to keep holding on to this Tesla trade, try to take some off at 900 and leave a little bit to run towards the end of the day. We'll see what happens there. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Like always, smash the like. Hope you guys have a great one. Come check out my man Zunaid on some futures action. That's coming right up. You don't got to go anywhere. This will take you right to that show, and go check out some futures. Learn that. And jam on, guys. Keep pushing and working on your skills. We'll be here along the way.